everybody, and welcome into the first of our Gubat Banwa Anthology streams that are going to happen on this channel. My name is Julian, Julie or Julie CL. I'm going to be the Game Master or Umalagad, meaning like Ancestor Spirit, the term for GM in the incredibly flavorful world and game of the TTRPG Gubat Banwa by Makapatag, or Joaquin Kyle Saavedra. Incredible. I'm such a stan of the game and the system, and there's an update soon and a new discipline, and I'm so excited. And we are going to kick things off with a little storytelling structure that's going to go one player at a time. We're going to meet each of our Kadungganan, or each of our warriors who are destined to change fate with the power of violence, one at a time. I'm going to show off the GMless gameplay by being a DMPC alongside them, but ultimately you all are probably going to be the focus. So, Mel, who are you and who are you playing today?
I'm Mel. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Liluan, who is a bamboo folk, that's just like a regular person, Balyan, and she stores a lot of jewelry. She's just out here to like summon some spirits and get into some scraps.
Heck yeah. Summon some spirits, get into some scraps. That's what we like to see. These first few sessions, as we get to know the characters, will be a little bit fast and loose. Gonna really try to show off the GMless gameplay. The narrative will make itself clear over time. So, that being said, let me get some music going.
Yeah.
Let me... Oh, I might have to share sound on Zoom. Give me just a sec. This is gonna mess up the video for a moment. Ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. Oh, I'm sharing sound.
Ooh, you
All
just
right.
got so
We
sparkly.
fixed it. We fixed it, though. All right. And our story begins. Our story begins in Gatusan, a grand and lush nation. A lot of maritime power, very well known for their sailors, their raids, their very free culture. There's a lot of singing, there's a lot of dancing, a lot of lovely days chewing on betel nut with all of your friends. Liluan, our Kadungganan that we're meeting today, is not the same as many other of the free, modest, in terms of material possession, folks of Gatusan, if I am correct about that. Our story begins traveling down a road in Gatusan. Perhaps this campaign takes place after the game we ran on Roll D5. Liluan is not a stranger to combat. She's been in at least one. She's a spirit charmer, a well-bred Kadungganan with her family, whatever. So, let the people know about Liluan, Mel, if you would so please.
Yeah, absolutely. Liluan, I will say, because mostly for your benefit, Julie,
Yes.
I'm modeling Liluan after an NYU undergrad student. So, like, she's like 20 years old. She's like out on her own, but like extremely well supported financially. And like doesn't really have like a great idea of how to do anything except for like the specific things that she was trained to do, and the rest she just sort of assumes will fall into place. That said, it's been a while since she's been at home, and has learned kind of the hard way that that's like 100% not how it works. So she's got like very beautiful, like multicolored rainbow robes and like gold jewelry every single place that you can imagine it. But like her clothes are not clean. Like she's like probably got like crumbs or like food on her clothes because she just like doesn't realize that you can brush it off. Like definitely sort of has like a perpetual morning after hair situation.
Oh my goodness, you really designed a trust fund kid in the
I
Sword
really
Isles.
did.
That's incredible. I cannot get over it. Amazing. So there's Liluan. There's our hero. There's our Kadungganan that we are going to center this story around. Now, I want to highlight the players and what they are bringing to the table. So each NPC accompanying them until they start meeting each other and their own party starts forming is designed to complement them. So alongside Liluan, who is a healer, a summoner, you have someone who's much more brash and, technically speaking, a vicious melee fighter. There is a tall bamboo folk next to you, another human, by the name of Gaang. He is very muscular, wears an open shirt with animal hide on the back, probably boar or deer, something to help him blend in with the forest. And very notably, he is known as the Devil Sword. He has a sword with a very brutal looking scabbard that depicts violence on its back. It's like he has not put any effort into his appearance, but that sword seems to be valuable. He's got a scar running down his face, like narrowly missing his eye. And what do you think, Mel? Do you think that it makes sense for Gaang to be in debt to your family in some way? Maybe that's why he's traveling with you?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing. So in the system of Gubat Banwa, debt is very important. There isn't so much currency as there is trade, and you can trade in honor via debt. At the start of the game, you have debt to somebody, which will often lead you to need to do the things they ask, otherwise you can accrue more debt and suffer as a result. So I think it would just be clean to have this mercenary-like figure in a world without as much true monetary commerce is in debt to your family in some way.
That's great.
Incredible. So Gaang walks beside you, taking a very casual gait. As he does so, hands on his hips, just kind of overlooking everything, and he says, "All right, princess. So I know a lot of people like you. I know a lot of people who do not have any desire to leave the homes that their families have so lovingly built for them, and yet here you are. A girl in shining jewelry walking down the streets of Gatusan. Why is that? I have to know.
Okay, well, first of all,
what you after.
You don't know anyone like me. Let's just clear that up first and foremost. Second, I cannot be myself at home. And so literally anywhere else is better.
I see. So this is your freedom. This is your journey to make your way in the world. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just noticing, I just want to point out, I've noticed you called me princess, which like that'd be amazing, but I'm not. And second of all, I'm not one of those people because there's no one like me, Gaang. Like, can we...
See,
what about you? What kind of people are you? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I think I've like seen you on the cover of some books I've read. But I have a feeling you're not quite like that.
You get mad at me for calling you princess, and yet here you are, walking around as if your footfalls are heaven kissing the earth. No one like me, you say. Well, guess what? I kind of feel the same way. No. They call me Gaang the Devil Sword because this blade right here on my back, I pierced it through the heart of a Yawa, the heart of a demon, changed the color of the blade. And I'm just here accruing whatever I can, whatever weapons, power, honor, until perhaps one day I can become a Datu, or perhaps I will die in glorious combat. Maybe the heavens will smile upon me, make me a Diwata, a spirit of some kind.
Wow, ambitious. I love that. I love that.
Hey, we live to die, and we die to live.
Um, Julie, can I ask you, are we headed somewhere, or are you just my detail to like go wherever I feel like?
Absolutely. I think that you all have been traveling for a little while, towards whatever quest you want, whether it's to get your
Mhm.
gender back or to touch your snake lover. But right now, you all are making your way through the wetlands of Gatusan, making your way to the river village of Sapang.
Okay.
You are going to be resting for the night, probably in about another. Mm, Good to start settling down in about 3 hours. Nighttime brings yawa, brings thieves, brings bandits.
Okay. Um, Great. In that case, as we're walking, because like I feel like I've learned something and I'm like done learning about my companion right now. So I'm gonna take out my bamboo flute and just like not great. Like I know like a couple songs, but just like play a little bit and then I can't believe I picked an instrument that you don't sing with, but like see if I can like coax him into singing along because he's so serious.
Oh, don't worry, he's gonna sing. As it is culturally unique to Gatusan compared to many of the others, is that even the most stoic warriors tend to have a little bit of a song in their heart. So as you are
Yeah.
playing your bamboo flute, he's kind of walking, and then he starts humming a low howl, like his chest is a big barrel that he is blowing wind through, and then he starts clapping too. And the
Oh
two of
yeah.
you walk down the street. Street, I keep saying street. Road! Road. Path, dare I say.
The path. Great. Yeah. Get like I start like dancing a little bit, get those bracelets jingling a little bit. Just being like not having any concept of stealth or not like just drawing the most attention to yourself at all times.
Oh, absolutely. And Gaang tells you, perhaps at night we cut down on the song, but right now I say we enjoy it. The village of Sapang is not too far away.
Okay. Have you been there before?
I have. I maybe do not have the best reputation, but I'm sure they will overlook some past occurrences.
Do you have enemies there?
Depends on what you mean by enemies. People who are capable of killing me? Absolutely not. People who want to kill me? Probably.
Oh, great. Oh, that's gonna make for such good stories.
There's some stories that maybe not everyone needs to. And he
I'm
continues
gonna
walking.
find out though.
Amazing. Now, I think that you do start to see the village of Sapang in the distance. Sapang being a river village, it is a lowland place.
Okay.
Very small. There's maybe 20 families in this village. There's multiple houses, tents, a few folks that just sleep outside in straw hammocks or anything like that, but it is not a glamorous place in the slightest. And as you arrive, you see a small group of children running. These folks over here do seem to mostly be, like you, the bamboo folk of the Sword Isles, humans,
Okay.
um, as they run. And uh, you see a older woman who is standing at the gates of the village, very unassuming, hunched back, teeth reddened by years and years of chewing betel nut, long stringy hair, and as you all approach, she raises a hand, kind of nods her head to you. Hello, travelers. Welcome. What
Um,
brings you to Sabang?
I'll go and I'll like kneel down and dupo and
Mm-hmm.
say, we're my companion and I were hoping to spend the night. Is there some place for us to stay?
She looks to you, looks you up
Oh,
and down. looks to Gaang, looks him up and down. She says, "Oh, I remember you." Gaang kind of laughs and says, "Yes, I'm a bodyguard. No trouble wanted." She says, "Okay. Well, welcome to Sabang. My name is Lawi. I am taking care of this village, and I have been for a long time. You all can stay the night. Just make sure you don't cause any trouble." Waggles a finger at Gaang. "Your friend is fine. You will help us with field work for a while." And Gaang sighs and goes, Fine. If that repays my debt with Sapang, then I will do that. Liluan, will you be okay?"
Oh, yeah. Have fun.
"You're very enthusiastic about this. I don't like it."
You're going to do so good.
And we enter downtime in the village.
Great.
So your downtime actions are mingle, market, town talk, hunt, change discipline, probably not first episode, dance with hearts and thoughts. There's many different things to do. If you have the PDF up, you can give them a look. Under market, by the way, there is a list of like 20 items, not quite as elaborate as the anting, the
okay,
magical items, but there are items that have smaller effects that you could potentially access.
Got it. Well, I think what I would like to do is I think I want to mingle. Because I assume that lady is not gonna go out to the fields, so I kind of want to bend her ear a little bit and see what she can tell me about what Gaang did to incur that debt.
Sure. So let's take a look. You go out and meet someone you want to meet. They can either be someone you already know or someone you haven't met before. When meeting with someone in this way, if you haven't met before, roll a d6. So why don't you roll a d6 for us, Mel?
All right. That's a 3.
Neutral.
It
doesn't know you yet. So as you go and talk to Lawi, it seems like she's acting almost like the supervisor of the village. Hands behind her back, walking around, lingering on a few moments of concern in the village. She lingers as some children start to climb trees. She lingers, trying to watch Gaang working a plow on the field, and then finally she notices you and says, "How may I help you, Kadungganan?" she says, immediately knowing that you are some warrior of some kind.
I think, well, thank you so much for your hospitality. Before the end of the evening, I wanted to know if there was any way I could be helpful to you. That's not working in the fields, obviously, but like anything else. I can do some healing. I can, can play some music. Those are my main 2 things.
This sounds like you are trying to speak to her with your force of personality, so that tells me you should probably roll your earth alignment, however many d10s that is.
That is... Earth is
like your charisma.
Yeah, it's not my best. I forgot I have 2. I forgot that's the thing that we use in this game is the d10s. I gotta get my dice bag out.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
I've got 5 d10s and 4 d8s in front of me right now.
Okay, and so a 6 is a success?
Yes.
All right, so I got 1 success. I got a 4 and a 7.
1 success is... Sorry, you got a 7 and a 4? Okay. Mm-hmm. 1 to 2 hits is a partial success.
Okay.
You get what you want, but there's a catch. So, what do you want from Lawi? You just want information?
Yeah, I just want the dirt. I just want the dirt on Gaang. I want to It matters to Liluan to know more about the people she's with than they think they know. So that's all she wants. She wants to come away with just some history that he's not likely to share.
Sure. So she kind of narrows her eyes because this is a partial success, and she says,
Mhm.
"You know, the birds who chirp the loudest are often the ones that will get snatched up by the eagle. Why do you want to know other people's business?"
Well, if he's got a debt to Sapang, I'm not. I'm. I don't want to walk away from the situation in debt to Gaang. You know what I mean? Like right now we're kind of even, and so I don't know if there's anything I can do to help. I wouldn't mind.
He, he destroyed my house about 10 years ago. Not on purpose, but when you try to light your sword on fire and show off to the beautiful women and beautiful men of the village,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fucking stupid decision, is what it is. So he burned it down, and I had to put
Mm-hmm.
it back. And then he ran away, and here he is.
Mm. I'm so sorry about that.
This was 10 years ago. But any Kadungganan is worth their honor, and his honor is in the negative, as far as I'm concerned.
Um, just trying my hardest not to laugh out loud at any of that incredible story. Just like, oh wow, yeah. Um, well, he's been nothing but honorable as long as we've been together. But it, does your house need any repair now? 10 years is a long time. Maybe it needs some maintenance. I'm not saying you don't keep your house up.
Laui looks to you and then looks to what must be her house, and something you
Mm-hmm.
notice that is very different from where you're from and the place where you grew up. Most of the village is not constructed out of stone. It is straw. It is wood. Um, these wooden houses are definitely poor folk places. They are not
Mm-hmm.
fancy, elaborate things. And she kind of just raises an eyebrow and says, You are used to homes without drafts. You are used to living with no fear of fire. Am I wrong?"
Oh, I know. I'm still very afraid of fire.
It is good to be afraid of fire. My home is fine. Thank you for being honest with me.
Uh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and all of the small talk of like, oh, where are you from? Is like,
Mm-hmm.
I probably shouldn't ask that. Like, it's probably here. Um, just like they're like Liluan kind of spins her wheels for a second, trying to figure out what to say to this lady.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but then I will. Can I pick another activity? Because I got what I wanted.
Yes, you can do two activities. As Laui goes, as she's talking to you, she goes, "Oi, ligida!" As this like little girl is like dangling from a palm tree, basically a low-lying palm tree.
Great. Um, okay. I'm gonna do my best
Mm-hmm. You want to
to
find?
hold a feast.
Okay, interesting. So, when going into a feast, you can sometimes choose to hold a feast, which you're doing. Which case you might get some prospects and connections. So you are going to roll a d10.
And this is just like, I mean, I totally am pulling all of both of our rations together. 8.
8. You did something you immediately regret to someone in particular. What was it? Ooh, give them debt.
um, so I think the version of the feast that Liluan is trying to pull off right now
Mm.
is essentially like like Stoli and paper cups in Washington Square Park. Like it's just like a little get together of just like things that she has, just as like things that she's got around. Um, and let's see. I feel like probably she's like in like after like one drink,
Mhm.
gonna just like say everything she knows about what happened to Loai's house.
Mm. Oh my goodness. So as you all are hanging out, as you all are eating and drinking, the people of the village are polite and join you, and you start talking. And immediately, as you do, you start recounting the story. A lot of the younger people in the village, perhaps the ones who were not born yet or were very, very young kids, start talking
Mhm.
with each other about burning down the house. Uh, Recounting this, Lawi looks furious. Gaang just kind of like takes a big sip of his coconut milk, and he just kind of like goes, "I shouldn't have said
Yeah.
that."
Yeah, I'm like, no, it was funny. It was funny, right? That was wild. I was trying really hard to keep it together when you told me, but like inside, I was dying.
It was a mistake. I didn't mean to do it. I plowed the fields beautifully. I'm very strong, right?
No,
Lau-
you're so strong.
Lawi shakes her head, looks to Gaan. You claim you're a warrior. You just want attention. Looks to you, Liluan. You claim you're a warrior, and yet you want to be liked. What type of Kadungganan are you?
New. I'm learning.
You're new? How about this? You, someone who was often given things throughout your life, I assume, might not be as familiar with the concept of debt. For besmirching my honor, you owe me a debt. I have not thought of what you need to do yet, but you will need to take care of this village. You will need to take care of Sapang. You may not leave until you do so. Understand?
Hmm.
She stands up, bones almost creaking before she shuffles her way back into her home.
Um, I shouldn't have said that, right?
No, maybe not.
No, no, I see that. I do. I see that.
People
So,
don't
so like,
like to bring up the past unless they are the winners. I like to talk about the time that I drove my blade into the heart of a Yawa because I'm a winner. She was not the winner in that exchange.
yeah, well, I guess, neither were you. So like, do I have to work in the field tomorrow? Is that like how it's gonna work?
I don't know. Can you work in the field?
Sure.
Okay. All right, work in the field it is. Well, we were given a guest house to sleep in for the night. I can
Oh,
I can sleep outside. I am your bodyguard after
okay. You don't have to though. Like, is it? I feel like I actually don't know which one is weirder. I guess you can sleep outside if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to.
all. I'm gonna have Gaang roll metal alignment right now, just to
Okay.
see how smart he is in all this. I think his metal is not particularly high. Oh my goodness, 2 successes.
Hey.
Partial success. Gaang is like, I feel like if I sleep outside, there is a chance that maybe some kids might mess with me, pull on my hair, something. If I sleep inside, then I will not be able to keep an eye on the village. I'll leave this up to you, little one.
Okay. Is it disrespectful if we both sleep outside? That's bad, right?
I think that would be rejecting their kindness, yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, I guess if why don't you sleep outside, but then if somebody's pulling your hair, just like let me know and I'll just like, I'll send like a
You'll
snake
what?
out.
You're going to use magic on children?
Just to scare him. I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Gaang looks over to a group of children who are like whispering and pointing. Hear that? Ah! The children go ah! They run away like kind of laughing and smiling.
Oh, great, great, great. I'm like, it like she was like considering just like just like summoning a naga for fun, but it sounds like we're not quite there yet. So
Maybe not quite there. Maybe that'll be a day 2 situation. So nightfall comes in the village of Sapang over the territory of Gatusan. And you're sleeping on the inside?
Yeah, I'm sleeping on the inside.
Great. You were offered a bed of a lovely fabric blanket, soft bed for you to lie on, as Gaang is... You can hear him outside, kind of like, once again, humming to himself, as he is wont to do. I'm gonna make a little roll right here.
Okay.
Liluan, you get a good night of rest.
Hey.
Until about 3 a.m.
Okay.
Where you hear whispers, which is not unusual, but these whispers are accompanied by footfall. And these whispers accompanied by footfall seem to be coming from the roof of the place you are staying in.
Okay, I'm gonna get up as quietly as I can and like, is it like is there a door that shuts, or is it just like a doorway to the outside?
There is a door that shuts in the guest house.
Okay.
And
in that case, I don't think I'm like looking for my stealth stat. Like I have that. As quietly as I can, I'm gonna go to the door and just kind of like pull it open and peek out and see if Gaang's awake.
Sure. So stealth would fit under your air stat, because air is kind of the equivalent of dexterity.
Great. That's along with earth, which is the other stat I rolled today. Just get 2 dice.
Ooh. So you're you're smart, you're wise, you're strong, you're fierce, maybe not so much sneaky or talky.
And yet I keep trying to talk. All right, so that is a 1 success. I got an 8 and a 1.
Once again, a partial success. I think you do manage to alert Gaang as you go to the door. What do you do?
Okay. I think I'm gonna like crouch down kind of low, and yeah, and just kind of like reach. Like I'm picturing that I'm like halfway out the door, like not even like trying to like to go as little door as possible open, and I'm just gonna like put my hand like right down on his chest and say, "Hey, hey."
Filthy, keep your hands off of me. But unless you want to come in for a little kiss.
Ew, no. Wake up.
Eh? What?
Shh.
So, here's the partial success. You alerted Gaang. You also hear from the roof, "Oi, they heard us!" And
great.
Leaping down from the roof, you see 2 individuals that you do not recognize. Individuals who unmistakably are wielding weapons. Blades. Short blades. Seem to be 2 assassins, masked on the lower half of their faces. And we begin our first combat!
Hell yeah!
First combat of the campaign. Got the glasses on and everything.
Got the glasses on.
So, here is how Fulmination works. Fulmination being combat. You don't roll initiative. Usually, the enemies will go in an order depending on their classes, basically. And we can decide as players what we want our order to be. But the order will be enemy player, enemy player, enemy player. And if there's less of us than there are of them, then one of us gets an extra action. So, Gaang is a martyr, which is a raider class. Typically, they go before mediums. Mediums typically go last because they heal. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely.
All right. Little one
Let's see.
there.
I'm trying to make my screen the right size for me to see our beautiful battle map.
Amazing. Fantastic.
So good.
Yeah, I'm going to be putting our tokens down on it.
Okay.
So that should update in stream in a second. So let me zoom in a little bit. Since our movement is only going to be like 3, it's going to be pretty zoomed in. Let's put Gaang right at the door. And likewise, let's put Liluan right at the door. These two people, we're not going to be dealing with height just because this is our first combat.
Okay.
But let's put them here and here. Let me rename them. The one up top is going to be Assassin 1.
Generic raider. Oof.
Yep. Gotta hit him with the rename, otherwise they have no identity.
Brutal.
Naming them all generic keeps them together because my tokens are alphabetical, though. So. All right. So, the order right now is Assassin 1, Gaang, Assassin 2, Liluan, and then repeat.
Great.
So, it is Assassin 1's turn. Now, Gubat Banwa, you can play GM-less, which is kind of what we're doing right now, because I don't know what this assassin is going to do. I'm going to roll for it. I'm going to roll a d8, and under the generic assassin enemy's stat block, there's a bunch of actions that they can take. Number 1, stride, inflict violence, deflect. So, Assassin 1, perhaps lucky for Liluan, is closer to Gaang. They are going to stride 2 squares to the left, so they could potentially flank Gaang with the help of their ally. Actually, this will make the flank easier. And they are going to inflict violence, or attack. Their inflict violence is Karambit, lacerate with unbridled precision, a melee air bravery attack versus one adjacent fighter. If the target becomes critical or defeated, the assassin may teleport 1. So, let me check real quickly. What is Gaang's strength and weakness? Gaang resists fire and is weak to metal. Luckily, not what the assassin is trying to do to him. So, let me roll the 5d10s for the assassin's attack. 1 hit, 2 hits. Now let's have Gaang roll defense. Gaang went all in on offense, so he's only going to roll 3 dice to defend against these 2 hits.
Oy.
And he got 2 defense. Wow. So this assassin dashes to the side, plummeting off of the roof, bringing their short kris, this curved sword, down on Gaang before he, facing away from the assassin, draws his demon sword, his Yawa sword, blocks the blade as he draws his sword with it, and he goes, "You do not mess with the devil's sword." And then the assassin is going to deflect, put their sword up, gaining 1 extra defend die as they do. It is now.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is now Gaang's turn. Gaang, with the martyr stat block. Sorry, this is a lot for me to keep track of as Umalagad, so.
No, you're doing great. I wish I could help.
No,
actually,
okay.
I am going to get more dice. Pardon me a moment.
Please, yeah, I'll describe what Gaang does in the meantime. Gaang is a martyr class, which you can kind of think of as Gubat Banwa's berserker. He is one of the rare classes that can attack multiple times in a round as time goes on. So, Gaang, as a berserker, at strike 1, at turn 1, immediately gains Lunar Fury. So when he brings a target to 0 HP, he can move 2 and then attack again, ignoring the combo breaker, meaning he doesn't roll with the penalty. So if he reduces an assassin to 0 HP, which he probably won't do on turn 1, he can move again and attack again. Berserkers, or excuse me, martyrs are crazy. This is normally a Akai class, the nation that Tony's character is from. But we can crisscross them. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Absolutely. I think what he's going to do He's not going to throw his weapon, which is an ability that he can do. Okay. He's going to use the martyr technique Faith Unending. He's going to spend his first action to anoint with oils, gain +2 attack teeth on your next melee attack. So he's going to be attacking with 7 die now. Do you have a melee attack, by the way, Liluan?
I do not believe so.
Okay. He has the ability to share the ability with you, but he's not going to use an action to do that if that's the case.
Yeah, unless it's something that interact.
What are your inflict violences?
My inflict violences, none of them are melee attacks.
Okay. So in that case, he's probably just going to attack twice. So he is going to let his blade glow in the moonlight with his first action, giving himself 2 extra attack teeth, and then Heavenly Rend. 1 action to make a melee fire faith attack versus an adjacent fighter, inflicting the Sunder condition. And if I may double check what Sunder does...
Here, I have the source book open too, so if you want, I can...
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Their defense teeth will only generate defense on 7 and higher, instead of 6 and higher.
Oh!
That's crazy. Alright, so we're going to be rolling a lot of dice here. Assassins are also weak to fire. So...
Is that so?
I think so. Let me double check. Yes, they are. So he's automatically going to be dealing at least 1 hit. So let me roll 7d10.
Nice.
Oh my god, 2 crits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 more d10s.
Golly.
Just 6. The assassin is going to defend with Sunder, meaning that they have less defend than usual. No defense! So, Gaang immediately cleaves through half of this assassin's HP. Oh my goodness. Hold on. They get 1 extra defend die because they're blocking. Doesn't matter. Wow.
Brutal.
Gaang blocks the attack from Assassin 1, and on the same motion as he spins around, he slashes horizontally with his Devil Sword. And you do see, indeed, Liluan, that it does light up burning red as if it was just put under a furnace. Cool.
Oh, I love it.
Let's do it again! He's going to attack again. So he is going to have 2 less attack die for this, so he's only going to attack with 3d10. But he is going to do an attack with Skewering. As a martyr, he has an ability called Holy Berserk, basically meaning he discards 1 of their defend die, but then he suffers the eviscerate condition afterwards, where he's going to have to discard defend die.
Yowza.
That's how martyrs work. So 2 hits. Assassin defends only with 2 defend die because they discarded 1. So 2 hits. Gaang has dealt 8 damage to the assassin. Almost immediately killing him. As he just swings up and he says, "Liluan, be careful!"
This is just like a book that I read one time.
Well, this isn't the book. You who walks like a datu. This is real life.
Yeah. Listen, you got to walk for the job that you want. So I'm gonna summon a spirit familiar.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. It's not your turn yet. It is.
It's the bad guy's turn.
Yeah, because it alternates.
I forgot.
No, you are totally fine. Assassin 2, not too happy about what happened. I rolled a 4 for their action. So Assassin 2 is going to stride, so move. Gain flanking against Gaang, because they're both kind of on opposite sides there.
Sure.
Meaning they get an extra die. And they are going to inflict violence twice. So they are going to be rolling a lot of dice here. So as they attack with the water element, which Gaang is not weak to, so neutral.
Great.
So that is, oh my goodness, 4 hits so far. Let me double check what Eviscerate does. Okay, he's going to discard a defend. 4 hits, he defends 1. So 3 hits on the first attack. Attack 2. 1 hit. And then... Oh, just 1 hit. Okay. Gaang rolls to defend.
Oh, great.
He does not defend. So Gaang has taken 4 points of damage total. He has 16 HP at the start, so he's now down to 12.
Okay.
As this assassin runs in and attacks twice with this short sword. As Gaang has his back turned fighting Assassin 1, Assassin 2 is able to successfully flank and stab into him.
Okay.
All right, Liluan, now it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm still kind of weird about blood, and like I know I have to get over that, but so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my first beat to heal 1 to my companion here.
Okay.
Which anyone can do. Just gonna use the raise action, and then I'm
raise,
going to.
I think only works when they're in critical condition.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. So then I'm gonna do heal. Can I do surge to someone else?
Surge only works on yourself. Surge is kind of like a second wind that anybody can do.
Wait, so can I heal someone else?
What are your techniques? I think some of your spirits might be able to.
Okay. So I can cleanse. This is something from last time too. Okay, so I have the purification rite, so I can perform a healing rite, cleansing myself or an ally of 1 status effect or all fray.
He does have a status effect, yeah.
Okay. And then pure land realm, I can spend 2 beats to put down a purification field. Okay, but that doesn't, I just have 1 ally right now. Yes. Okay, but I thought I had one that was like actually heal somebody like an HP.
So your rooster spirit has heal 1. So under inflict violences, your war trance ability. Yes.
Okay, so I was actually going to summon the rooster anyway because he was giving me such rooster vibes. So that'll be the first thing that we do, actually. So I will inflict violence, and summon a rooster familiar adjacent to me, which puts it in Gaang's space. So Gaang is now mildly possessed by the spirit of rooster. So he has fire conditioning, +1 attack tooth on fire attacks, and +2 bravery.
Ooh, okay. Wait, hang on. Say that again. +2 bravery and then +1 on fire attacks?
Yeah.
He has those. +2 brave. Oh my god, he's going to be attacking with 9 dice next turn.
Oh, fuck yeah. Great. So then I'm going to... So here's a question. Because we didn't use a battle map last time, can I, if I move, do I like provoke an opportunity attack if I move away from?
You don't.
Great.
Was that all of your actions besides the movement that you want to do? So you summon the rooster.
I summon the rooster, and then I think I can use another beat to heal 1.
Is that part of the summoning action though? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out.
So you summon. So at the start of violence, you summon a spirit familiar. Oh, so is that So spend 1 beat to summon another. So wait a second, this might be a free rooster, just because violence has started.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And I was already adjacent to Gaang, so he's there.
Yep.
So then I will use my first beat then, I guess, to provide 1 healing.
Great. Here, let's put a rooster on there. Why not? Boop.
Yeah, why not?
And it heals adjacent allies, so as long as Gaang's hanging out with it. Great. Rooster.
So it has to be on his space. Little rooster's on his space.
Gotcha. It's there.
So I can summon it adjacent to me, and so I happen to be adjacent to Gaang.
Amazing.
All right. Look at you, little hood. And so I think Liluan's instinct here is going to be to back up
Mm-hmm.
and basically get to Gaang's right so that she's
Mm.
between him and the house.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna move one to the right, one upwards?
Yes,
Cool. And you are now kind of like underneath the roof of the house a little bit as you do so.
exactly. Yeah. So kind of like shrinking
Amazing.
back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
taking on that support position.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so the beat that was beat 2 was to
Mm-hmm.
stride to that place.
You can attack. You haven't attacked yet, also.
Um,
Your ritual weapon ability. You can
oh,
do
very good
that.
point.
Because you normally, if you do multiple attacks in a row, that's when you lose dice. But this is something I
Mm-hmm.
realized when I was test driving Timmy's class. Timmy's class
Okay.
has a like range 4 attack that they can do every turn, and then I'm like, wait a second, they can attack, move an enemy, run away, attack, move an enemy, run away, and they don't get those disadvantages at all. This is like a very positioning status effect oriented game. But you can throw in
Okay.
an attack every turn if you want to.
Incredible. Yeah, I'll throw in. Actually, I don't have any stats for my weapon though. Hold on one sec.
Oh, so you're we're not using weapon stats. What is your faith stat?
My faith stat
Yes.
is 4.
So you will roll 4d10. Attacking with
Gotcha.
fire. Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking fire against an adjacent fighter. Plus 1 attack tooth if the target has banes. Do they? Oh, they have sunder. Okay,
Okay.
so you're rolling 5d10 to attack this assassin who is weak to fire.
Incredible. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy. I did roll 5 dice.
Okay.
One is a 6, and that is the highest one that I rolled.
Okay, so because they're weak to fire, though, that's 1 extra hit. So you've dealt 2
Okay,
hits.
great.
They did roll a 6, which would normally be enough to defend, but they have sunder inflicted.
Right, so it has to be a 7.
Yes. So
All right, so even though I didn't do a good job, I can benefit from the good job that someone else did, which is a very comfortable place for me.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, Liluan, do you want to physically describe what this inflict violence looks like? This fiery melee attack you have?
Absolutely. So, so the ritual weapon that I have
Mm-hmm.
is it like a weapon? Like that's the idea, right? Is that like I have, or is it?
It is entirely up to you.
Okay, because a thing that I have in my inventory is a Kalis with a pearl hilt. So it's one of those swords that's got like the wavy
Yes.
blade on it. Um, and it's got a pearl handle. Like it's not really meant to be used, which is part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that this is more like a like she like wields her sword
Mm-hmm.
like she's trying to scare away a dog. Like that's
incredible.
But it happens to hit, which is a surprise to maybe everyone, but including her.
Incredible. Yeah, incredible. So you do this very haphazard slash, which hits the assassin right where Gaang struck them before, and they go "Oy!" as they take this damage. You two have surprisingly good synergy, even better than I was expecting, because he can boost your fire attacks and you can boost his everything. So the
Yeah.
two of you together are a surprisingly fierce duo fighting in the shadow of this house at night.
Yeah, no, this is now better than the book I read.
Gaang says, "Will you shut up about the book?"
It's really good. I left it at home, but you can borrow it when we get back.
Hey, now normally we'd go back to the top of the order. However, would you look at this generic sharpshooter that has appeared on the field from the darkness?
Gracious.
I snuck an enemy in there. Mathematically speaking, 2 Kadungganan can take on 3 enemies. So generic sharpshooter has actually been a blowgunner in disguise.
Oh, I love it.
The blowgunner is going to attack Liluan. I'm very so sorry.
It's great.
Now, let's see what the blowgunner does. Blowgunner being our first sharpshooter that we have encountered of this game. They are just going to roll a d6, okay?
Okay.
4. Stride and then use their barrage ability. Inflict violence twice, ignoring combo breaker. What is your vulnerability? What's your crown element?
My crown element is water.
And what's your mask?
Metal.
Okay. Neutral, because this is an earth attack then.
Okay.
So they are going to move and attack you twice, Liluan. I think the blowgunner wants to kind of like stay a little bit close, kind of strafe around this way.
Okay.
They are going to roll 5 d10s to attack you. You are going to roll however many d8s equal your posture to defend.
My posture.
Yes. So brave,
Where do
faith, posture. That's all in the same area. Those are your
Oh, got it. Okay. That's 3.
Okay. So you're going to roll 3 d8s.
Mm-hmm. I got out all the wrong dice, Julie. I'm really sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
you
look,
were
I found my flame dice, though. That's good.
Nice.
Go. My fire dice. I already have my rainbow dice and my bisexual dice. And
That's what matters.
all right. That is not one success.
So that's 3 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get speed down for 1 turn. Meaning
Okay.
you only have 2 move now.
Okay.
As this blow dart hits you, and you start to feel this numbness take over your body. They're gonna attack again, because that's what it said.
Come on over, baby.
This time it's 4 hits. How many defense do you have? Roll those 3d8 again.
All right. Come on. All right, 1 success.
Okay, so you take 3 extra damage. And
Okay.
now you have speed down for 2 turns.
For 2 turns. Okay.
For 2 turns, your movement is 2, unless you
They got
cleanse
4 successes? That's brutal.
They're rolling 5 dice, yeah.
Hui. Okay.
All right, so just mark down somewhere. I have a status section on my Google Doc for each character, like keeping what statuses they have. If you want to put like speed down 2, and then at the top of the turn, it'll like tick to speed down 1.
Okay.
Gaang says, Liluan, how hurt are you?
I just took 7 points. I'm about halfway.
Okay, so maybe on your turn you might want to surge or something.
Yeah.
You can do once per combat and recover a quarter of your HP. Good news though, with the new enemy having shown themselves, we get an extra turn.
Yeah, we do.
And it's up to us. Do you want to go, or do you want Gaang to go?
I'm not ready to make that choice. So,
Okay.
odds it's you, evens it's me.
Okay.
It's you.
All right. Gaang is going to try to finish off Assassin 1.
Do it.
All right. Because Assassin 1 is looking really super hurt. Gaang can gain flanking with you if he moves, but yeah, I think he's going to. Gaang is going to use his first action to stride, and then his second action to make an attack.
Great.
So he is going to roll 5 d10s against this assassin, and he needs it to die. So Gaang is going to do that thing where he gets them to discard one of their defend die, and then he just continues being eviscerated. Okay, 3 hits. This is gonna be close. Oh, hold on. You gave him all those buffs. +2 brave, +1 fire
he's
attack.
got +2. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So 5 seemed low, but then I was like,
Yeah.
well, maybe this is different.
Okay. Thanks to your buff, the assassin literally goes down. They've taken 12 damage. If not for your buff, it wouldn't have happened. So, Gaang whirls around. Thanks to the flanking, thanks to all of your bonuses. Oh, I moved the rooster, not Gaang. Sorry.
Oh.
Boop, boop. Wow, that was exactly enough. If you didn't have flanking or if you didn't have your bonuses, that might not have worked. Gaang runs over and slices through the assassin's side. They clutch and then fall to the ground dead. Now, Gaang, because this is strike 2, gains an additional benefit.
Hell yeah.
You might remember from last turn he had the ability where if he kills someone, he can move and attack again for free. He also has gained the ability Rising Beat. Your combo breaker becomes 1 die instead of 2. So he only loses 1 die when he attacks again now.
Great.
What do you think, Liluan? Should he go for the blowgunner or the other assassin?
Oh, the blue gunner, because that's who hit me.
Oh, of course. You say that and he goes, but that one has a sword in it. Fine. He is going to move for free and attack this blowgunner. Okay. He's rolling 8 dice here against the blowgunner. Jesus. Martyrs are crazy.
Yeah, man. This guy is filled with the spirit.
4 hits. He rolled pretty low, unfortunately. The blowgunner is going to attempt to defend. Blowgunner only defended, so blowgunner takes 3 damage.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack again because he can.
How's it feel?
The blowgunner says nothing to you. Interestingly, while the assassins have masks covering the bottom of their faces, cloth covering the bottom of the faces to keep their identity secret, the blowgunner just keeps a hood on covering their face. And the blowgunner is going to be attacked once again by Gaang. Oh no, he's only attacking with 7 dice this time. And he's going to skewer to make them discard a defend die here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. Okay, blowgunner is going to defend. Blowgunner's down. Gaang dealt 10 damage, which was the blowgunner's max HP.
Liluan just crows like a rooster, just like full on. It's like, I'm not gonna do it because you won't be able to hear it anyway because of Zoom. But know that I want to.
Okay, so what happens is, Gaang takes that hit. He's looking hurt, but as he slashes the first assassin, Liluan, as he runs past you at your behest to attack the blowgunner, you can see the blood from his blade and killing the assassin kind of gets sucked into his glowing red sword. And once again, drives it into the heart of this blowgunner. And this blowgunner, unlike the Yawa Gaang claims to have stabbed before, does not have a heart of fire. And the blowgunner, smoke comes out of their eyes and mouth as they crumple to the ground, seemingly incinerated from the inside. Now, one assassin remains. The new order, because the order has changed. Assassin 1, Gaang. Assassin 1, Liluan. Assassin, yeah, that's the order.
Okay.
Okay. Assassin 1 is going to do their thing. Annoying. Okay. I was kind of hoping they would run, but they didn't do that. Stride, inflict, violence, deflect. Assassin 1 scowls and mutters something to themselves before they run over to attack Liluan. Vanishing into the shadow of this house, they are going to make an attack against you, so roll your posture stat, please. Roll your 3d8.
Oof, just 1 success.
Okay, and there they get just 1 success. Liluan,
Just like throw up my sword, like, no.
The assassin looks visibly surprised as your blades clash, sparking in the dead of this quiet village night. And then they assume a defensive stance. Man, they could have done so many other cool things than assume a defensive stance. Alright.
I mean, listen, you're still the Umagalad, you can just
Umalagad,
change
yeah.
it.
So
Umalagad.
actually, there is a rule for that. From what I understand, if you're playing kind of GMless, you can replace one of their actions with inflict violence or stride. Like,
Okay.
but you kind of reserve that for like if they're not capable of doing their action because they're too far away, then you would give them the option to take more movement. Um, but no, we're letting the story tell itself here. We're letting the dice tell this story. Um,
Yeah.
I kind of thought it would be appropriate for the assassin to try and save their life, but no. For whatever reason, this assassin wants you dead. And I'm clocking that. I'm like, okay, for whatever reason, this person wants you dead. Gaang is going to take his turn. It is strike 3. Glory to God. You gain +2 attack teeth to all attacks for the rest of the combat. But he loses all defenses. His posture and resistance becomes 0 and cannot be modified. So he's not rolling any defend die when he's attacked from now
Wow.
on. So I have a question. Your +2 brave and +1 fire attack, was that only a one-turn thing?
No.
Oh, okay. Is that for the rest of violence?
Yeah. Because that's like all I can do.
What the hell?
Yeah. You just get a pet for the whole time.
Okay. So he's already attacking with 5 die. He's now attacking with 5 more. Mel, listen, I want to make this game about you and your characters as much as possible. You playing a support character, I'm like, let me just give you a jacked up guy to show off your support, and you are. You really are.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This assassin has 12 HP. Let's see if he can bring it to 0 in one turn.
Bring it home, baby!
Ooh, hold on. Does he want flanking? Can he get flanking? He actually can't travel far enough to get flanking. But he's still going to move back into the range of the Rooster Spirit. So this time he's beside you. And Liluan, you see that Gaang has gotten progressively more animalistic as the battle went on. First strike, he was like very calm and precise. Now he's like fighting like a true berserker. As he, next to you, doesn't even speak. He kind of just goes, for the glory of violence.
The rooster follows him. So once the rooster, once I summon him, yeah.
Awesome.
They're together all the time.
Amazing.
A buffet? Yes, I will.
So that's only 2 hits so far. 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. He's going to do his eviscerate attack, so they're only going to defend with 2. 1 success, so they take 4 damage, so they're now down to 8 HP. He's going to do it again. He only discards 1 die, so he's attacking with 9 d10s now.
You got this.
Let's see. You're kind of looking hurt, so he's kind of hoping he can end this now. 1, 2. So that, and then let's roll 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this could potentially finish them off if they roll no defense.
Do it.
1 defend. They have 1 HP.
Great.
That's his whole turn. Gaang runs next to you, takes 2, yeah, flaming slashes. Gaang's sword lighting up as if it's on fire. You're starting to see the villagers come out of their houses. As once again, Gaang has brought a flaming sword to the village.
Buddy.
Here we go. I was planning this. This.
All the pieces are falling into place.
Yes, indeed. All right. Assassin, and then you. Maybe we'll see what happens. 4. Stride, inflict violence, ignoring combo breaker. This could potentially kill Gaang. My question, Mel, because I feel like a lot of this session has been me speaking because I'm keeping track of a bunch of things. I do want this to be a collaborative storytelling.
Yeah.
This assassin is going for the kill. on either you or Gaang. Which one do you think the assassin is going after?
I mean, I think based on the previous turn, based on the choice that that it made, like it's got to go for me. If that's
okay,
what they're here for.
And how much HP do you have left again?
I have 9.
Okay. Roll your 3d8s as they make their first attack.
All right, that's a 6 and a 7. Best result so far.
They only got 2 hits on their first attack. So nothing happens on their first attack. Your blades once again clash. The assassin snarls at your low effort sound as they make their last attack once again. So roll 3d8.
Right, here we go. No successes.
They only got 1 hit. This assassin is rolling terribly. So you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Liluan, it is your turn. This assassin is on their last legs, and yet for some reason seems so determined to kill you in particular.
Yeah. I hate that. But also, today I found out from rolling dice that I feel the same way about somebody else. So we get that murderous rage. I feel it. I know it. And I am going to... I think it's going to manifest in the form of just kind of like straightening myself up a little bit because I just woke up. I'm going to use 1 beat to surge.
Okay.
And heal back 1/4 of my HP, so now I'm back at 12.
Yep. Every character can do that, which is awesome, but just once per violence. Unless you're a sword poet, which is why sword poets are crazy, is what I've heard. They can do it 3 times per combat, and they have 20 hit points.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Sword poets are possibly the best sentinels that I've played so far. It's great.
Okay. I love that. I mean, I'm stoked for her to get murdered so we can try something new too.
What?
Not today. Okay, and then I get posture and res. Is that resilience?
Resistance.
Up?
So
Resistance.
Both of your defensive stats are up now.
Okay, great. And all of my phrase cleansed. Lovely. So I'm feeling a little bit better, a little refreshed. And then I've already got my blade out, so I think I'm going to use... I only have 2 beats this turn.
You do. If you want to use one of them to move behind the assassin and flank with Gaang, you can get an extra die.
But that will be my only thing that I do, right?
No, because you have 2 beats left, right? Move, attack.
No, because I have... No, because I got my speed was reduced.
Oh, you can't go 2. Yeah, you're right.
So either I can move or I can attack.
You can only go 2. Actually, hold on. If you go inside the house, 1, 2...
Will that
will put you on the other side.
Okay, but isn't that still my second beat though? Because I used my first one to surge.
Yeah, so first beat to surge, second beat to move, third to attack if you want.
Right, but I don't have a third beat because my speed is reduced.
Oh, so speed actually is reducing movement.
Oh, that's
actions.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So there actually is a different status that inflicts 2 beats, and that's stun, I believe.
Lovely.
You are slowed down in terms of your movement speed is now 2 squares instead of 3.
Incredible. Yeah, I think going back inside the house is
okay.
The right move.
So you are going to make your melee fire bravery attack versus the assassin.
Sure I am.
So roll bravery.
Right. Oh no, I roll faith, right?
Oh, so sorry. Faith. Yes, faith.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And they have sunder inflicted by Gaang, so they're only rolling 2 to defend.
I feel kind of bad that they're like so very wounded. I'm like, but not that bad because they want to kill me. All right, here we go. That's 3 successes.
And you rolled the extra one for the flanking as well?
No, I didn't. 4 successes.
Okay. And they're weak to fire, so that's 5 successes. They rolled 1 defend, meaning you deal 4 damage. Mel, paint a picture of how Liluan ends this fulmination.
I think there's like a little bit of like after surging and like feeling a little bit better, there's that like adrenaline surge of like, I need to get out of here. And so like she like runs back into the house and then is like, wait, hold on a second. And then just like uses the door frame to swing around and just plunge her sword directly into the heart of the assassin.
The assassin coughs up blood, having stabbed into their heart. Like liquid sliding with no place to go, the blood fills their mouth. And Liluan, this is something you see as you inflict violence upon this assassin trying to take your life for some reason, as they slide dead, a corpse, off of your blade. Combat.
I'm gonna pull my rooster back. And like, I'm still deciding like how Liluan interacts with these spirits, but I think there's like, it's she kind of just like grabs them and just like pushes them back into her chest, kind of like the balls of possibility. Like, they just kind of like tuck in.
Amazing. Gaang looks to you. You're wounded.
You're wounded.
Yeah, but they're dead.
Yeah. Like,
oh, my fucking spine. He yanks a blow dart out of your shoulder.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, caretakers, we're a little bit... He collapses on the ground, asleep.
Shoot, God, he's so heavy. I'm like, he said something like, I'm like trying to like look for, this is the part that like she just didn't pay attention to, was like how to like any medicine, any like anatomical knowledge. It's just like, if the spine is in the back, so I didn't realize. Okay, so does he have any status effects or fray that I can just like...
He's got a lot of status effects going on right now, yeah.
Great.
As a martyr, he gives them to himself. to destroy people.
Okay. So I think I would like to perform a purification rite.
Okay.
Even though, is that only during inflict violences that I can do that? Because it costs a beat.
Let's say that you can do it right now, because we are in the world of telling the story. And Liluan does have healing capabilities. So however you want to paint this picture, tell this story, Mel, all yours.
Okay. So as people are starting to come out, Gaang is laid out, and the sword is kind of like that light is kind of starting to splutter and darken again. Which is a little concerning, because like, what if that means he's dead? She's going to take that rooster spirit and kind of like spin it up, and then instead of pulling it back into herself, she's going to press it into the earth and perform a pure land realm, creating a purification field. And then that is going to, actually no, I'm going to do a holy distillation, and that's going to cleanse all effects from Gaang. But not from me, but that's okay right now. And that, so yes, it's not going to go into the ground, it's going to go into him. And I'm just going to do a little bit of work, and that work is like, it's going to be kind of like in Turning Red, where it's like you have to sing, but it doesn't really matter what you sing. So I'm going to start singing the song that we sang on our way to town today, as I'm like using my hands because I'm still at the skill level where I have to use my hands to do magic and like put things together, and cleanse all of those effects. I cannot heal. I cannot restore any HP
I
to
mean,
him.
your rooster, I think, restores one per turn, right? To whoever they're
That's true. Oh yeah, I can
healing.
just keep the rooster going.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You are a steady healer, a constant buffer who can also just stab people. Like you are not just a Balyan. You are a warrior Balyan. You fought alongside this vicious Yawa infused mercenary, and at the end of it, not only did you fight as his equal, but after the fulmination ends, after the crashes of thunder and sparks of fire in the dead of night, you are also there to start healing wounds with magic.
Yeah. So yeah, I forgot the rooster can just do that. So yeah, keep the rooster going for a little while. Um, and to anybody who has come out to see what's going on, like the rooster glows in that sort of those fiery reds and oranges, and so that kind of flickers across the three bodies that are still on the ground as she's just like kneeling over him until it feels like there's nothing else to do. And then I pull that rooster back to myself and let it give me a little loving as well.
The villagers do indeed come out and watch you, summoning this spectral fowl, creating this field of magical purification, your sword soaked in blood, the corpses of these strangers as well. Lawi is confused and expresses as much to you. These are not people of our village.
I'm really glad, because that would have been so awkward.
Liluan of the golden jewelry, you are being followed. You are being hunted. Liluan, you may clear your debt to the village of Sapang by leaving in the morning. We do not want trouble. We cannot have trouble. You may rest. You may eat, you may sleep, but you and this man with the Yawa sword must continue onwards.
I understand.
Everyone, go back to sleep. Except for you, points to one of the younger women in the village. Help clean up the mess from this violence. In the morning, you are rested, your wounds feel much better than they were as morning in the village of Sapang comes. Gaang thanks you. I feel hungover for some reason, but I don't feel half dead. I think that's because of you and your Balyan abilities.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I've never met I've never met someone from your background quite like you. You are as confident and full of yourself as I would expect, and yet you are unafraid to face violence head on.
That's why I can't stay at home.
Because you think you're destined for something greater?
No, because I can't inflict violence at home.
You want to go from a princess to a sword, then?
I don't want to get too poetic here, but um, I thirst for this. A princess life would be wasted on me. Even though I don't mind being called, no, I do mind being called princess. Anyway,
We are of Gatusan. We are poetic by nature, are we not?
yeah, I suppose that's true. It was an honor to fight beside you.
Hey, with any luck, we'll be doing it again tomorrow. Let's eat. Let's be on the road.
Yeah. I do want to Liluan is going to like in the process of like disposing of the bodies, however they're going to do that, like she wants to check like for any identifying like anything on the blow dart, any like clues for who this is that's coming after her.
I'd love for you to roll metal, and we'll wrap the
Okay,
session very soon.
great. And that's D8s or D10s or
D10s.
D6
D10s.
D10s.
Yeah, D8s are only used to defend.
Metal's my highest stat. 2 successes.
Liluan, you do not recognize any insignias on the kris that the assassins carried, these curvy blades. But here's what you do notice. You're very well read. You read a lot of books. You read a lot of stories of combat, of violence. And Liluan, as you look at the weapon of the blowgunner, you think about the stories of the type of people who would wield such a crude weapon meant to slow you down until you are finally hunted down. Indeed, assassins from the shadows, and ones who can disappear as quickly as they appeared, just dropping the bamboo or whatever else they fashioned their blowguns out of whenever they are caught. The krises are much more intense of a weapon, but they are easily hid and very, very good at killing. You are not dealing with bandits who wanted to rob this Balyan covered in gold. You are dealing with people who specifically wanted to kill you for whatever reason. And I think that's what you glean.
Okay. I'm going to keep the blowgun.
So you do. You and Gaang make your way out of the village of Sapang, where one day, hopefully soon, you will be crossing paths with more Kadungganan once they receive their own stories, because tonight was just the introduction story to one of the heroes, destined to change the destiny of the Sword Isles. And though Lawi, the village elder, was very harsh on you, as you left, the whispers of the children would eventually spread to other villages in this area, to which they would call you because not only of your jewelry, but because of the beautiful light coming off of your magical cleansing circle, the Balyan of Golden Light. And that's where we're going
I like that.
Yeah, amazing! Because we are ending our session there.
Yeah!
How do you feel? I feel amazing. I'm so excited.
That was dope.
Y'all,
that was really good.
Thank you so much for tuning into this Gubat Banwa stream. Like I was saying right there, Mel is the first of our 3 Kadungganan that we are going to meet. We're going to be meeting Timmy and Tony's characters very soon. And depending on who is available when, they will be crossing paths and we'll kind of just be putting a story together communally in the beautiful world of Gubat Banwa, created by Makapatag. Mel, anything you want to say to the people? Where can they find you? Anything you want to plug?
Oof, great question. Let's see. My name is Melissa Lusk. I love to play games on stream, and I'm really happy to be part of this anthology series and really stoked to kick it off. This was such a delight. Um, I am a voice actor and I'm a musician. And right now you can hear me in the podcast, the audio drama podcast, SCP Archives, the Mayfair Watchers Society, and The Fall of the House of Sunshine. And my music is on the internet. I have my band is called Boy Girl Party, and I'm also in the band Teen Girl Scientist Monthly. But mostly just like I look forward to seeing everyone here again whenever we do this.
And I look forward to listening to Boy Girl Party every time I go on walks because if
Oh,
listeners, life is hard. Mel, your music is very uplifting, very nice. Just songs about being a good person and how wonderful family is and growing up is, and it makes me very happy. So you do good stuff,
oh, I really appreciate that.
of course. Thank you all so much for tuning in. My name is Julian or Julie CL or Julie. I am the Umalagad of these upcoming Gubat Banwa streams. I'm so excited. I love this game. I've been playing it literally by myself because you can. Um, what I want to plug is Gubat Banwa. It is $20 for a like $400 source book of all of these awesome classes and disciplines, not just the Martyr, which puts D&D 5e's Berserker to shame, and the Warrior Balyan, which Mel so beautifully piloted today, but also people riding crocodiles and swordfish. It's a cool game.
It's so cool.
It's so good. If you want to listen to my writing, I am the co-creator and co-writing of the award-winning audio series The Realm Tree. It's free. It's available on any podcasting network. It is about fairies ascending a tree that stretches up to the sky to get their wings and come of age. A lot of stories on like, or excuse me, analogies on like climbing the ranks of capitalism and like who you have to step on the way up, etc. I'm a streamer. Got a game with Girls Run These Worlds coming up soon. I play frequently on Roll D5, of which I am one of their members, which is a fantastic one-offs channel that showcases a lot of wonderful TTRPGs. That's the reason we played Gubat Banwa in the first place, is that we were looking for
That's right.
a game for AAPI month, which Mel was a part of.
Yeah,
And
worth it.
heck yeah! So truly, thank you all so much. Uh, we will catch you next time as we meet our next Kadungganan in the Sword Isles.